Go for it.
Morning, guys. My name is Brian Yashin. Been with Petawise for over 2 years. Um, we're just gonna briefly today introduce ourselves, and we'll go through the product line that Petawise is presently offering to Synnex. And obviously, all of you guys will have access to this. We'll also discuss a few steps which we would like you to take. I'm just gonna ask my colleague Sam to introduce himself, and then you'll hear from Ronnie shortly. Sam.
Thank you, Brian. So I'm Samuel Saavedra. I've been in the industry for over 5 years, supporting major brands such as Hike Vision. Currently, I've been with the Petawise for a little bit over a year. Um, and I'm based out of Montreal, so I'll be taking care of the Eastern region. This is pretty much it for me. I'll pass over the microphone to my colleague Ronnie.
Thanks, Samuel. So my name is Ronnie Janidi. I'm the Senior Sales Engineer for the Western region of Canada. I've been in the CCTV industry for over 5 years. I've worked with brands such as Vigilon, Hikvision, and I've been with the Petawise for the past year. All right, go ahead, Brian.
All right, thanks, Ronnie. Yes, guys. So pretty much, there are a total of 3 engineers assigned to Synnex, and we will be your main contact going forward. Just a little bit about this company. So Petawise is a company which deals primarily in the sales and supply of CCTV equipment. We also dabble a little bit in access control products, some of which will be released later on this year. So this company, the head office is in Toronto, and we also have, as Sam pointed out, we have a location in Montreal, and we also have one in Vancouver. Your sales support team, so myself, Sam, and Ronnie. So pretty much you will be going through your sales rep at Synnex. But that doesn't mean that you doesn't have any access to us. Your sales rep will be the person who can assign one of us to you, depending on which region you're in. And our main purpose is really to give you support, support with system designs, project registration. If you need further technical information on the products, on how they work, training, whatever it is, maybe that's related to support on the products, we will be your main contact here in this case. So currently, as we said, main office in Toronto, satellite office in Montreal and Vancouver, and with the ability to support in 3 languages is definitely a plus to us. Petawise is all about service, and this is definitely a service-oriented company where we pretty much stand behind the product, and we strongly back this product of ours that we promote into Synnex. Just on the plus side, we also have technical support, which is all in-house. Tech support is local, and it's based in the Toronto office. The hours for that will be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. All right. So later on in the presentation, what we're going to do is we're going to be having a couple of questions with the opportunity to win these 2 cameras here. One of these cameras here will be discussed in the presentation, the other one not. But just pay careful attention to the presentation. You never know, you could be the next one that's going to be taking this camera home today. So we offer our NVR solutions to Synnex. Our NVRs can be supplied with the 4, 8, and 16 channels. These all come with built-in PoEs. We also provide a 9-channel NVR. This one does not have any built-in PoEs, and it does come with 2 gigabit ports, however. So you can use this NVR to connect to a switch, or if you want to just use it to connect to an existing system, it definitely helps, with if you want to get redundant recording and stuff like that set up for your client. So pretty much what's really special about our NVRs. A couple of things. They're all UNVIF compliant. They're also NDA compliant. And one of our key feature with our NVRs, the ones with the built-in PoE ports, we're able to to support a cable run up to 250 meters. So that is pretty impressive when compared to many other NVRs out there, and many of them on the market that I personally know of. Usually, to achieve this feature, one will have to probably buy a switch which can do the extended for you for that sort of distance. But with our NVRs, you can achieve this by just simply running your cable. As we said, 250 meters, that's the limit. So we also provide a couple of solutions in the kits. We have the PoE kits and we have the Wi-Fi kit. So both of these kits, they individually they come with 4 cameras, and they also come pre-supplied with a 2 terabyte hard drive. Please note these are 8-channel kits, so you can purchase individual cameras and add them. If you want to utilize all 8 channels of these recorders, feel free to do so. Now I'm gonna have Ronnie, who's just gonna briefly go through our camera line, and we will take it from there. Ronnie.
Thanks, Brian. So we offer a wide range of cameras from PTZs, bullets, and turrets. All our cameras are NDAA and ONVIF compliant. Our cameras also all support cloud P2P and SD card, which gives you the ability to access the cameras remotely and record standalone. So you can use these cameras without a need for an NVR. Next. Here's our Petawise line of switches. They're available from 4 to 24 ports with SFP or optical uplink ports. They all come with our Watchdog AI function, which basically restarts a camera if it doesn't detect data connection to try to reestablish that connection. They also provide 2 high-power PoE ports that can supply up to 60 watts of power. We also offer our PoE splitter, the PWPO-E-P30. This splitter is useful in situations where it would be difficult to run another Ethernet cable. You can use the splitter to connect 2 additional cameras using the existing cable, and you can supply up to 30 watts of power from that splitter. We also offer our outdoor PoE enclosure, which is IP66 compliant. It also has the same AI function as the other switches, and also offers the high PoE ports that are up to 60 watts. Very useful in situations where it's difficult to place a switch indoors. The diagram outlines the type of setups these devices can be used in. You can see the outdoor PoE switch that's connected to the indoor 4-port switch that can be connected to a splitter to also extend the range and add an additional camera. Just a small diagram to give you an idea how these can be used. Next.
All right, thanks, Ronnie. I know, all of you guys, you're aware of what a PoE switch is. So, Ronnie, thanks for that. We're just gonna add a little bit on top of that. Basically, all our PoE equipment, they've all been optimized for CCTV application. So we can say that they are pretty much very special to the market, especially with the Watchdog feature, which is built in there on these switches. This can be useful in cases, as Ronnie mentioned, if you have a camera that's knocked out, you obviously will be saving in service calls where the switch will automatically restart itself. So that's a pretty cool feature to have there. Now I'm gonna have to get Samuel to continue.
Thank you, Brian. So I would like to talk about this feature product here, the PW515. So this camera basically belongs to our Color Hunter series, which would be perfect for let's say where you need a colorful, detailed image. The issue comes basically at night when we have low light, or or when we're used to using the infrared or the IR on our cameras, which basically provides you a lower quality black and white image. So these cameras, if you're using the Color Hunter feature, then you can basically get a colored image 24/7. These cameras, they also come with the smart intrusion features, which can do the difference between a human being and a vehicle. This is perfect for false alarm filtering. For example, people complaining about bugs or rain or moving leaves from the trees, triggering motion detection. Then this would be perfect to reduce those type of alarms. This specific model here also comes with a built-in microphone. You can definitely listen to whatever is happening on the other side of the camera. This camera also comes with a micro SD card. You can use that. You can use a special function that we use in our brand, which basically, if the camera loses connection to the NVR but is still powered, the recording will continue on locally on the SD card. And once the connection is reestablished, then the footage is sent back to the recorder. So I just want to show you guys a little video here showcasing the features of this camera here. So this is basically how we get the colored image at night. Those two LEDs below the sensor, and this is what you would get with a 5 megapixel colored camera. Also, this camera supports the 16:9 aspect ratio, which is the standard today. A lot of our competitors using the 5 megapixels, they still use the old aspect ratio of 4:3, but rest assured that our camera is working with the 16:9 aspect ratio. Here, I would like to speak about the 5 megapixel active deterrence PTZ camera. The main purpose of this camera is basically to scare away intruders from your property. So you'll be basically able to create your own zone, and whoever crosses that zone or enters the zone, then you can go about either providing a visual alarm. As you can see, comes with strobe lights, red and blue. You can also send an audible warning. The camera comes with preloaded messages. You're able to upload your own personalized messages as well. This camera, which is a PTZ camera, pan tilt zoom, can also work with the auto tracking feature. So what that means is whenever the human crosses the zone, the camera will start following until it leaves the field of view. So let me show you guys a short little video on the performance of this camera. All right. And from the same family of deterrence cameras, we have here the 8 megapixel active deterrence bullet camera. So it basically shares the same purpose as the PTZ model we just covered, except that this is a fixed camera. It also comes with a built-in microphone and speaker. The microphone and speaker can be used either for two-way communication or two-way audio, as well as to provide an audible warning. So this camera also comes with preloaded audible warning or messages. You're able to upload your own customized messages as well. This bullet camera also comes in 3 different operation mode. One would be the IR mode, the other one would be the flash mode, and the always on mode. So on the next slide, I would like to show you guys a little short video on the camera's performance, including the 3 modes we just talked about. So as you can see, the human is being detected, but not the dog. And here again, as soon as a human crosses the line, you see the border around the human. So you can tell the difference between a human being as well as a vehicle. All right, and here you can see as soon as the car crosses the blue line, the box around the car goes from orange to red. So orange meaning it's being detected, and red meaning it's triggering the cross line. All right, so now for why should we choose Petawise products, I'll hand over the microphone to my colleague Brian.
Thanks, Sam. All right, guys. So big question here is why choose Petawise products? Obviously, the choice of CCTV equipment can be pretty wide. We'll try to narrow this down into just a few basic points that we want to make to you. So, high quality products, competitive pricing. Um, that's what we refer to as the Petawise brand, because basically, for most of you who've been dealing with CCTV cameras, when you think high quality products, a couple of names will immediately come to your mind, but they may not necessarily be the cheapest product on the market. All right, and that's where we come in. So there's recently opportunities have been presented to where there's a void in the market where some of our competitors have not really been doing that well in terms of being having to comply to UNBIF standards or having NDDA compliancy, especially like companies like Dow and Hikvision. They definitely had their problems in the last couple of years, and it still continues. So that's the opportunity that Petawise took, and we're bringing to you this brand here, which definitely fills that void. Uh, it can compete with the higher brand equipment, are the ones that which we are basically well known to us. As we said, Axis, Avigilon, Bosch, whoever they are. Once you get to try this equipment, you will realize that um, not only it is like you'll get it at a very competitive pricing when compared to the others, you will also see that the quality is there. So we just want to kind of emphasize on this point here about that. As I mentioned, also having equipment currently in the North American market to have both ONVIF compatibility and NDA compliance is very important. It's especially more important with the ONVIF compatibility, which simply means that our cameras, our NVRs, they can be married to any third-party equipment and they will still function effectively because that's what the ONVIF standard does. Thirdly, our equipment, they're very simple to use, they're easy to use. So you will hear us refer to the terms where they're simply plug and play. This literally means that you take a camera, you plug it into the NVR, within a couple of minutes, you should be having your video live on the screen, which you can choose to optimize as you feel like. Low armor rate. This is very important to us. And we're simply pointing this out to you that we have an armor rate which is 0.8 or much lower. And why this is important to you as dealers, this is to build your confidence. We know that the brand is new. We're promoting the brand now, but we just like you to know that. So we're the company behind this brand, and we've had experience with this product. And our experience in terms of RMA rate to date has pretty much been, very low. So that's why we can confidently back this product and it's obviously also backed by a 3-year warranty on most of our equipment. Our services is as important as the product that we promote, and this is what makes us essential. This is what has kind of you know created this company in such a way that we have experienced a lot of growth over the last 5-6 years. Um, Hence the promotion of this product, which is a Petawise brand, and it's mainly because of a service that has been created around our products. We have tech support services, we have engineer support services, we have customized services, and together with the product, everything married together, it's pretty much what created, all this positivity on the Petawise product. All right, as we mentioned earlier, there will be an opportunity to win these 2 cameras. So we're just gonna have a few questions up. You guys can answer a question, send them in the chat box. At the end of the presentation, we'll have a draw and we'll figure out exactly who's gonna win which camera. So we have the first camera, first question. Which camera provides colorful image 24/7? You can simply type your message in, as I mentioned. Then we're gonna have a second question also. So submit both answers. Take about a minute, and then we can move on. All right, guys, thanks to those who have submitted their answers. I don't see any more answers coming in, so we're just gonna proceed. But for those of you who's still thinking about the answers, you can still type them in the chat box, and we will take a record of that. Thanks. All right, so pretty much, what's the next step? So Petawise is we're promoting our product. It's available at Synnex. As dealers, what are you expected to do? So there's just a couple of things that we would like to ask you guys to get done within the next week or so. First one is to sign up for our MAP program. This is the manufacturer approved pricing. So what this essentially will do for you is that you will get an additional 35% discount from your listed price, which is probably shown to you when you log into your Synnex portal. So once you sign up for the MAP, you automatically get a 35% discount off of that cost. That's obviously, I mean, it makes the most sense to do, because for those of you who are integrators and resellers, you obviously, want to be operating at a good margin, especially if you're competing against other people for jobs, or you're competing against other brand of equipment. 35% is definitely, a sizable amount if you're looking for discounts. We're also offering the NFR program. Our NFR program, this basically allows you to purchase the model of the first model of every equipment that we have in the catalog. Sorry, and you will get that at 50% off. So the reason why we are promoting the NFR, and the NFR program it extends until September 30th, and the main reason for this is to give everyone the ability to try and test the equipment. So we will, advise all of you guys use this opportunity to get the products at 50% off, and it's obviously, as I said, the first model of everything that's available in the catalog. So you cannot buy two of the same cameras and get 50% off of both cameras. It's, as I said, it's the first model you're buying, you get 50% off of that, 50% off of the MVRs, 50% off of the kits also. So I will advise you to use this opportunity and get the equipment, get it tested, get familiar with it. Check it out for yourself, see what how it's working against other brands that you might be using, so you can obviously make a better decision when you're buying equipment. Contact your sales rep. So your contact your sales rep from Synnex is it's mainly if you need quotations from them, you need technical information, you need any assistance in contacting us. Whatever help you've been contacting your reps for, those are still currently available. And with Petawise in the mix here, as I said, we're here to support our equipment. There's no limitations in terms of contacting us directly, and your sales rep can put you in direct contact with your area support engineer. In the event that you're unable to get onto someone at Synnex, or you need a response more immediate, so back against the wall, you probably need a quotation, or you need to contact somebody from Synnex immediately. You can always send an email to synnex@petawise.com, and someone will definitely get back to you. All right, guys, question and answer session. If you guys have any questions, just type it in the chat box again, and we will reply to it. If there is something that we cannot answer immediately, we will take your name and number, and we can give you a call on a later date. Or if there's something additional that you want to discuss, just type it in there and we'll address it. Whether it's addressed today or after this session, we will decide based on the questions that you're asking. All right, guys, so thank you for all your questions. I hope we've answered everybody's question. I know we made a note of some people because they were asking about special projects and different situations. For those of you people, yourselves, we've taken your names and number, and we will return your call within the next 24 hours. As again, on behalf of the Petawise team, we thank you all for attending this seminar. It was a pleasure of ours, and we hope to be hearing from you all very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.